How has China's growing leverage over Russia transformed not just their partnership, but the global balance of power? In the spring of 2025, the diplomatic calendar offered a striking clue. In the week after U.S. President Donald Trump's high-profile state visit to Beijing, Russian President Vladimir Putin arrived in the Chinese capital. On paper, Putin's trip was about commemorating the 25th anniversary of the 2001 Sino-Russian Treaty of Good Neighborliness and Friendly Cooperation. In reality, the symbolism was hard to miss. Beijing, not Moscow or Washington, had become the hub where the world's great power rivalries converged. Since February 2022, China's economic and strategic links to Russia have deepened dramatically. Western sanctions, imposed in response to the Ukraine war, forced Moscow to pivot east. China quickly became Russia's largest trading partner, now supplying more than a third of Russia's imports and buying more than a quarter of its exports. Beijing's appetite for Russian oil has grown as well, with Russia providing nearly 18% of China's oil imports in 2025. Crucially, China secures Russian energy at discounted prices, a consequence of Moscow's reduced bargaining power in the global market. This shift isn't just about commerce. As the war in Ukraine drags on and the Middle East faces renewed instability, China's leverage over Russia has only grown. Disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, driven by tensions involving Iran, have made Russian energy supplies even more attractive to Beijing. For China, reliable and affordable energy is a strategic necessity. For Russia, China is now an economic lifeline. Yet the partnership is more complex than numbers suggest. Western analysts in a July 2025 Reuters investigation reported that Chinese companies allegedly used shell firms to send drone engines shipped as industrial cooling equipment to Russian arms manufacturers. Beijing has categorically denied these allegations, reiterating its commitment to international law. These disputes highlight the delicate line China walks, supporting Russia economically, but wary of crossing Western red lines or incurring significant secondary sanctions. The rhetoric has shifted too. Chinese officials have downplayed the idea of a no-limits partnership. Instead, China positions itself as a responsible great power, emphasizing dialogue and stability, while maintaining its vast economic ties with Russia. The power balance is clear. Russia now leans more heavily on China than ever before. Moscow, under pressure from Ukrainian strikes and ongoing Western sanctions, needs Beijing's markets and technology. But China's calculus is different. Stable export markets matter, but so does flexibility. Beijing's leaders know they do not have to choose between Russia and the West. Both the United States and Russia need China, but for very different reasons. The future remains uncertain. Will China tighten or relax its support for Moscow? Could Beijing recalibrate if Western relations improve or if the costs of backing Russia grow too high? As China's centrality in the Russia-China relationship grows, so does its ability to balance between competing interests. The world is watching, not just for signs of alliance, but for subtle shifts that could reshape global power structures. In this new era, as the Russia-China relationship tilts further in Beijing's favor, China commands a unique role. Balancing economic opportunity against strategic risk, Beijing has become a pivotal power broker, one whose choices will reverberate far beyond its own borders, shaping the uncertain alliances of tomorrow. The stories that define tomorrow are already unfolding today. Subscribe to Today in Context for clear, grounded analysis of the events shaping our world, one story at a time.